It don't matter if we praying to the right God or not.
Listen, I'm asking the questions that people out there that might be wanting to know. Right. Like just like y'all might, the questions y'all asking ain't the questions that I have to ask the questions that I think people want to know for what I'm saying. And I think people want to know that. It's people that want to know, okay, before Christ, they didn't know Jesus. They didn't know God.
Exactly. Now you're speaking the truth.
It didn't mean anything because you still had to have an internal God, right? So then those were all groups. The same way when you got the church on the corner here for Lutheran and Presbyterian down the street and Baptist on the other side. They were all groups, like he said, of like-minded people that needed confirmation on their ideologies. At the end of the day, you are born. You have an innate nature. It's inside of you. Some people turn that shit off like a switch, but it is inside of you. That's why we battle duality and all of the things that we see, and it affects us emotionally. It affects us mentally. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter which God you pray to, right? Or if you pray to one at all. So it's about being and living in a righteous life, and a lot of us are not. Some people are still in survival mode. Like I said to you the other day, do you think that people who get to live here and they are in treachery and chaos, do you think when they die that they live in heavenly bliss? I don't think so. I feel like
but you make that decision.
No, I don't make that decision. We don't know. At the end of the day, it's all an ideology. You're just hoping that there's something better. You get what I'm saying? So you live your life right.
And the reason I say we don't know because I heard Tupac say there's a heaven for a thug.
Right.
Well, Tupac is not God.
Right. But I'm not saying. I'm only being sarcastic. I know.
But see, a lot of people don't.
Look. The reason I'm saying that to be sarcastic, I'm saying that to be sarcastic because everybody say this person might not come where we going. Who are you to make that call?
No, you don't.
You don't make that call, but at the same time, even a killer, once Jesus changed.
Who are you to make that call? My nigga, I see in real life, I see a lot of fucked up niggas right now on earth get treated better than a motherfucker that's doing great. And
that could be listen. That can also be a blessing from Satan. That don't mean that it's a blessing from God.
Right.
Hold up. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
Why can't that be the misconception that just because you think he's fucked up here, that he's gonna be fucked up there? It could be a misconception there. You think him just because he fucked up on earth, that could be a misconception. That don't mean he's gonna get treated any better.
Let me say this. It's because you can't have one foot in and one foot out the door. We've said this all morning. You cannot play both sides. So that nigga from your perspective that looks good, that's getting money, and he got the bitches and the houses and the cars and shit, that nigga got problems. That nigga can't live a righteous life. That nigga got shit going on. So it looks good, but that nigga got some deeper shit up in there, right? That is not what it's supposed to be of his life. So
it's Satan recruiting too. You have this thing in this world, Keith, called a devil's advocate. What he is a moving poster board to let you know, hey, look what I got. And I'm not even living right. So God said, I'm going to give you a free will. If that shit look good to you, and this earth that you see him living good on is his earthly home.
So what does that mean by devil? Because that's what Lame Life got on his page. Devil's advocate.
Yeah, because that's a recruiter. It's like I work for the devil because you look at a righteous man.
Whoa. So you telling me that's what that mean, that you worship for the devil?
You're an ambassador.
No. If he's not living a righteous life with his blessings, if he's not acknowledging that I know everything that I have. It's two things.
Hold up. I'm asking a real question, and now we need to know this. This is serious. So the devil's advocate, that mean that you advocate for the devil, like you trying to
right. So all of
right. Hold on, right quick, Miss Lady. I just want you to look. It's two houses. They built the same square footage. They got the same rooms in them. They right side by side. Okay, one owner knows the God woke him up this morning. God is the one that blessed me with this job. I'm going to acknowledge God for giving me this house, because without him, I don't have none of this house that I had. He goes out and he gives. He don't take. He tries to spread his blessings, spread his message. You got another neighbor next door. Man, I'm getting everything off a bitch. I get everything off of. Now they live in the same neighborhood. They drive the same goddamn car. They got the same house. I get everything off a bitch. Nigga, I'm about to go floss on these niggas. And look at that bitch choosing me. Oh, come over here and holler at me, girl. I'm not about to give you a future and a life of a heavenly home. I'm about to destroy you on this earth. Oh, bitch, come fuck with me. I got this nigga heat on. And come on, we know what time it is. So yes, you have someone that works for God. You have someone that is an advocate for Satan. But then a young nigga will be like, man, I want to be like old boy over there that worked for Satan. That nigga over there that worked for God look lame in a bitch. He don't do shit. He ain't got no holes in that bitch. So God said, I give you the free will to choose whichever house you want to walk in. But when this time is over with on this earth, don't come talking about you belong in the same place as the man that every day did what I wanted him to do, live the life that I wanted him to live. How are you going where he is going when every day you did everything differently from this man?
Bro, I just noticed that, bro. I didn't even know that. I didn't even really think about that.
That's God talking to you.
I just now noticed that.
But no, and that should be the drop of the dime up in here, because that's God talking to you. So when you ask that question, if heaven got together for the thugs, do you really think so? You think someone that lives a lifestyle like that, as he gave an example, deserves that on the other side? Versus the person who's been put into God, expressing his word, giving it to his family and living by that. Do you ask, if it's a transfer of energy and you truly believe, then there's no way that you can even ask that question. Because we ain't going to the same.
No, the reason I asked that question because this nigga be acting like he's so righteous as a motherfucker over there.
People are liars. We already said that.
His page say the devil's advocate.
But people are liars. That's what I keep trying to tell you. People lie to themselves and they lie to other people. It's a figment of your imagination. It looks fun. All of this shit symbolism that people be out here playing with. And they don't completely understand it. People lie. They don't know themselves. They can't tell you shit. So why are you
how do you trying to speak positivity and you got a whole page that say the devil's advocate?
Well, because listen, Keith. Right now, do you know? I'm gonna just use right now how we communicating on this live, right? Everybody got a channel, right?
Yeah.
Don't you know at the end of this world that we living in on this worldly time, it says people will become lovers of men. Don't you know you got people that say they skull gang, they got somebody that put up devil emojis and they go over there and he got the highest numbers. You'll be wondering, how the fuck do somebody
I started with Ratchet, then I went to Skull.
Right, but no, I'm just using all this is an example. Now, these people that got devil emojis, people been up on their platform named Sin, there's all kind of stuff that you look at it in natural and just think this is the name. But then you see how many people flock over here. You see how many spirits is connected with all these people. They are join, get memberships. Hell, go work a job and get money to these people. And everything in front of you, you should say, hold on, this shit don't look right. This shit looks like a cult. This shit look like these people lived the whole life in the real world and didn't become a Crip or Blood, but they put their phone in their hand and they became an app game. You joined the goddamn game on the phone. How did you join a gang on the phone and become a member of this gang?
Hold on. That's not man.
You got me going crazy over here because you ain't never lied. That is so.
I got my gang, man. Kev gang.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Don't live this world based upon trying to hold on, because if it's for you, whatever is for you, God has for you. Don't take away who you are to try to keep numbers, to try to keep members, to try to not get people to stop joining your gang. Because
you know what? You're right. You want to know why? Because in the last couple of weeks, I let go a lot of people around me that wasn't for me, and I've been going up more than I was before.
Right, because God is trying to tell you, like he said in the Bible. He told people, separate yourself. You know why you need to separate yourself? Because this is all the stuff that you got connected to you, only life that you live. But when you separate yourself from the worldly life, now allow for me to put those that are around you. And see, once I put anything around you, it's going to be a blossom. It's going to show. You wonder why that storefront church, you only got 8 members. That church done been on that block for 40 years. And then you see these mega churches with 3,000 people every Sunday. Within 1 year, that church gone. It done went through about 4 or 5 pastors. Because in this world, people live off numbers. And the majority of the numbers will not make it to where we going when this life is over. But it was only 8 people at that church for 40 to 50 years. Your grandma went there, your mama went there. That church still standing. Because God is showing you it don't have nothing to do with numbers. But we in this world is worried about numbers, likes. Hit the like button. How many clicks? How many numbers? And God is showing you, keep paying attention to this worldly life. And not separate yourself. And the day you separate yourself, you're going to have a little bit of heaven on earth because you now are doing something on earth that you never done before.
Hey, bro, JB, I swear to God, I've been doing exactly what you're saying. I've been separating myself. I've been getting away from the bullshit. I ain't doing nothing. I've been on some content. I know you notice I'm on straight Mo3 content. You see, I came back doing the content that I started with.
Oh, you got my baby sounding good. Say, damn, Keith, I'm in the middle of getting my car worked on. I'm gonna come back. I know you're gonna be on.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll let me.
All right, let me take care of you. All right.
Yeah.
But he ain't never lying. He is saying some real shit because that is the truth. That is the truth. The truth is inside.
So what you think? What are you talking about? What you think? What you think he's saying?
What I think he's saying?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
He didn't try to say anything. He said it. He said the truth is in, right, somebody said the level of discernment. We're glamorized. Somebody put it off on, our race, on Black folks one time, because I had heard that before. I'm saying that we glorify toxic shit and we make it acceptable in our society. I'm saying the broken homes, the violence, the criminal activity, all of those things are acceptable to us to where it should be outlandish. In other communities, that shit is exactly what it is. Drug addiction, poverty, all of the low things that we embrace in our community. We like it so much, we bring it to our music and let it entertain us. So where your brain is going is actually right there to that group. So you have the same thought process of of people that are out here doing these types of things. Once you break onto that, if you truly are who you say you are and you work on living a righteous life, it'll show. It'll show in how you raise your family. It'll show in how you speak about yourself and how you speak on others. It'll show you in your mannerisms and how you act. It's very telltale, but we don't all have the time to focus on ourselves and get us to that point. Those that do will. Like he said, everybody ain't going. Just because they sitting next to you right now don't mean you'll see them on the other side. Some niggas don't graduate and go to the places they're supposed to. It's just like school, an institution. Like, then don't think you get to live fucked up, and do fucked up shit here, and then you just gonna be in eternal life. Well, how could you even think that? Bro. Because people that live here don't get to live that way, and if you do, then you're already looking from the outside.
Bro, you want to know what the crazy thing about it is? That I was telling them the other day, is that a lot of the people we talking about only even had a chance to be an adult for 6 years.
Right. Which means they're
bro, you know how hard that is, bro. Like, think about it. A lot of these motherfuckers that we talking about, like Tupac died at 26. Mm-hmm. He only was able to be adult for 8 years. Mm-hmm. Most of these people that we are sitting here talking about dying at 26, 25, 27, 24. Someone was taking care of them at 17.
Mm-hmm. So what did he say? The devil sends out his heaviest soldiers to recruit. Right?
Say that again.
Right? The devil sends out his heaviest soldiers to recruit. It's only if we're talking.
Who's doing the recruiting?
What?
Who's doing the recruiting? Is the music industry doing the recruiting right now?
No, not just the music industry. The streets do it too. The industry just gets to televise it. They already know you like it. They've been knew we glorified this shit. They just get to make money off of it now. Because you support it. And it's not only just black people. It's not, the music is not like I said, it's a vibration. It's not secular to just black people. People need to stop that shit too.
But don't that seem funny to you when you think about it and you be like, yo, Tupac is known as a legend today in our society, but he died at 26. He was only able to be an adult for 8 years.
Right, but
what the fuck did he know about being a man?
Exactly, but we're the only ones because we were brought up in that society and we glorified Tupac because we were growing up when he was out, when he was still alive. So those that were older than us look at us like, what the fuck are you talking? Only because he read some books and he was smart. He couldn't tell you about being a man, raising a family. He didn't have a legacy. There was no generation after him.
What did Tupac know?
You know what I'm saying? So it's perspective. We looked at him like that. We glorified him for that. But those that knew better looked at us like y'all are going down a long fucking path here. A long path.
Tupac was an adult for 8 years. And let's keep it real. He was more. And let's keep it real. Tupac was an adult for 8 years. He was more of a spiritual nigga longer than he was a thug. He was only a thug for 8 months.
Right.
This is what people. This is the shit that people don't understand and how the devil will attach themselves to you. Mm-hmm. Tupac only became the Tupac that we know when he got out of jail. He was only signed to death row 8 months before he died.
Not even a full year.
Not even a year. We only saw the thug like Tupac for 8 months, and we attached ourselves to him like he was a thug his whole life. Mm-hmm. When Tupac's whole life was an activist, a performing arts, spiritual. He was with Digital Underground, conscious rapper. He played the part just to get out of jail for 8 months, and only thing we glamorize him for is
thug. Say, "Gotcha, bitch." That's how it goes.
8 months of his life. 8 months of his life took over the whole world.
That's literally how it goes. You can live your whole, and that's why I say it's duality, because that doesn't go against me either. I live my life righteously, for example, right? My whole life. Go out into the street, get into some shit with some bitch at Walmart. I hit her in the fucking head with a can, and now she's laid out. Nigga, I didn't let you take me there, right? I done stepped way over my boundaries, did some shit I don't normally do, and got down with you. And now I'm in some shit. It's only one wrong decision for some people sometimes. But he got you on that other side. Stepped you away from your savior, right? So that's why people try to keep their spiritual guard so strong. Because you be like, ooh, and then when you change, like, I can really smack a hoe today. So stay away from my desk. Don't come over here with that shit because I'm fighting internal battles and I ain't got no time for it. You be right there. So imagine when these people are living in it 24/7. When they turn around, that's all they fucking see. They literally dancing with the devil. So that God shit is only to try to keep them so that they can grasp a little bit and pull themselves to the other side. But a lot of times it's too late because you already in this shit with me. You already live here with the devil. You trying to evict yourself from the hell you live in and get over to the other side. And the devil said, you too deep in part of this shit. You one of my best fucking recruiters. I ain't finna lose you now. Matter of fact, I'll just take you and transfer your energy onto someone else. If you believe in all of that itself.
And then we say the good die young, right? Is that true? And that's what I'm about to say.
Backwards. Bro, think about it.
That's why I say listen.
We believe bullshit.
Listen, if you people where I'm coming from, this is why I say we live backwards. This is why I say we're living backwards.
Right, you have to unlearn.
Listen, we literally say the good die young. The good die young,
or do they live long, healthy lives?
We literally say we say the good die young.
Yeah. So define good.
Define good.
Right. Exactly. So what's good to us? A loyal nigga in the streets, break bread and come back and get backpacks and school supplies. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that, you know, dropped some money on his mama, you know what I'm saying? And you know, do shit like that. A woman that's sometimey, taking care of her kids. We say things like that are good. You know what I'm saying? Because we fight in a low level battle, right? So those things look good to us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we glorify.
And the crazy thing about it, like I tell people, if the good die young, then you glorify what's good. If you look at every person that died young, there's more people that died young that was in the bullshit than it was into good shit. So what the fuck is we talking about?
What kind of conversations are we really having? Do you see what I'm saying?
And then when you look at the state of music that it is today, everything Tupac said it was going to be is exactly what it is.
And I keep bringing up the fact that he fought Miss Dolores Tucker on how she was saying that music was turning explicit, and it was explicit and disrespectful to women.
Whoa. See, talk to people because they probably don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it wasn't just him, Jay-Z. A lot of people was going against her, but she was fighting. I think
okay, who is Dolores Tucker?
I think I'll pull it up too, and I'll read it
But who is Dolores Tucker?
I want to give you her actual.
Okay, so we about to get into it, man. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Y'all know, support the page, man. If y'all enjoying the content, hit the Cash App $ Gangsta Cat, man. Support the page. You know, anything help. $5, $10, Wingstop. You know how we do, man. If you rocking with me, I'm rocking with you.
So this is just basic Google, and I can go into it a little bit more. So see, Dolores Tucker, she was a critic of violence and misogyny in gangster rap music. She sued Tupac's Shakur's estate for defamation in 1999.
Wait, slow down. You're moving too fast. Say it again.
Here, let me sit down.
They can hear you. They can hear everything you're saying. Just slow down.
I said, see Dolores Tucker. She was a critic of violence and misogyny in gangster rap music. She sued Tupac Shakur's estate for defamation in 1999, alleging that his song lyrics from the album All Lies on Me contained derogatory references to her.
Okay, so she sued him 3 years after his death.
Okay.
Because he died in 96. So she came after him after his death.
Right, but she sued them in 97, but before she had been going back and forth with him.
But 97, he was already dead.
He was already dead, right? She said the lawsuit claimed that the lyrics caused her great humiliation, mental pain, and suffering that affected her sex life with her husband. However, the lawsuit was ultimately failed with the court ruling that the references were protected as opinion, right? So, but basically she was an activist, a civil rights activist and a politician. And she was prominent. And she was fighting with, not fighting with, but she was fighting against the gangster rap music lyrics.
Okay, so
right.
So her name is Dolores Tucker?
Yeah.
So she had every reason to have Tupac dead. Basically what you telling me, if I'm listening to what you telling me, a woman that had a lawsuit against a man after he died, you have to be real evil to sue a nigga after he dead. I'm dead already. So now I'm gone, you still suing me.
Right.
So you have a lot of beef with me that and you probably powerful. You got niggas that fuck with you, that rock with you. You got every means to want me dead too.
Right. Now, see, the thing about Dolores Tucker, she still stood on the side of the women. This is what the fight was about, okay? Not necessarily about getting Tupac out. She sued because of the ramifications of what he said in the song and how it made her feel. Now, going after the gangster rappers, they were coming to a point to where albums started to become explicit, where you had to put parental advisories on there. Within these rappers' music, we're going from a time to where music was about righteousness, politics, and had something to give to the community as a whole. Now we're talking about bitches, hoes, we're degrading them, we're mistreating them. And she said that allowing this type of music to be displayed and influence to our young will change the dynamics between men and women culturally. Tell me that hasn't been. Because men and women relation to each other is as disrespectful and as degrading as you can get.
Whoa, she said that?
Yes, she
Say
did.
that again. What she said?
She was fighting against the misogyny and the lyrics in gangster rap music. Like I said, we were going from a time where rap music was changing and transforming to become more vulgar. So now as your misogyny, as the men are throwing money on bitches and who were once women and were mothers and people of some type of substance are becoming hoes. They're bending over, they're busting it open, they're in skimpily clad clothes, it's drinking, it's alcohol, the entertainment. She believed that having that in the music, which is influence to the youth and society as a whole, that this is being, we are putting it only in our music, right? Because like I said, you don't hear country music and rock music. They disrespect their bitches behind fucking closed doors. But they don't damn get on a record and say no shit like that. We get right on the record and record the degradation of our women and of our men as well, because women are there too. So both sides, this has been detrimental to our societies as how we treat each other, because the music has influenced relationships, how we teach our children, how we live amongst each other. So what she was saying was 100% right. And she was right in standing against that. Because while he was saying this is just opinion, this is how women are acting, I get to express it how I want to, it has been detrimental to society ever since. You can't put on a music video without a female bent over and niggas throwing shit on her or talking about a bitch or a hoe, or she talking about just taking a nigga for a bag because she's been used and abused. Just fuck me, suck me, and leave me. Is that really the type of music? So if you're engaged in that music and you gyrate and you dance, remember it's a vibration. That means you believe that shit.
Yeah.
That means you relate to that shit. So then you have to check yourself as the person who is listening to that shit and entertaining it and putting money in these entertainers' pockets.
Tip drill.
It doesn't matter. Like, and then you got people that listen to it and it's for fun and it's not their lifestyle, but the masses relate to it in some shape or form. And it hasn't been conducive to how we're living now. None of that built any fucking thing. It just tore men and women down 100%. And to our community, since we say rap belongs to us, we embrace that shit. We really embodied it so much, and that's how we live. Chicks can't get a fucking job, they say, I'm gonna get an OnlyFans. Before you just had to worry about chicks going out to the strip club, right? But now you get an OnlyFans. Well, since you could have made a whole fucking business version of, but OnlyFans, you can make like $1 million and da-da-da. So when you say you got advocates for the devil, period. Bro, that's what she was fighting.
Bro, this is what I want to know. How did we get to the point where it was illegal for Craigslist to solicit prostitution, but it's legal for OnlyFans to console prostitution on camera?
Porn sites got it. Didn't they get rid of Pornhub? In some places, like you get rid of porn sites, but OnlyFans is okay.
But OnlyFans is running like I don't get it. You got rid of Pornhub in some states. Craigslist was goddamn because they said, "Oh, you helping these niggas solicit to prostitution." What the fuck is OnlyFans doing? Is OnlyFans not helping soliciting prostitution?
Right. Instagram.
Fuck Instagram. OnlyFans niggas, women got their own site on there, busting their pussy wide open. You honestly think these niggas ain't meeting these women they on their OnlyFans and so they could get more money? It's doing the same thing. If anything, it's worse than Craigslist. On Craigslist, you couldn't put the video on there and do it like this. You just said meet me and let's get it. What is the difference from OnlyFans to Craigslist?
Nothing. But that's what I'm saying. The acceptance has become over time. That's exactly what I'm saying here. Like once you accept one thing, in which we did, because we say, "Oh, shut up, Dolores Tucker," and all rappers put her in a song and was like, "Oh, fuck that bitch. We get to say what we want to say. We got to write, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, well, damn. So now y'all looking at y'all women and men are mad because I'm fighting for respect.
I'm literally surprised prostitution is not legal in every state. Like I'm literally surprised. The way our country and how we do it with sex exploitation, how the hell did they not make prostitution legal yet? Are they really trying to just play a game?
Well, it's like legalizing weed and certain. If I can't make the money off of it, that's why you have things like trafficking.
But
trafficking goes to $1 billion business, right? This is a bigger corporation than your little prostitution on Figueroa. You get what I'm saying? That's mild. Even if you're the biggest baller out in these fucking LA streets and all that shit, that's mild to the money that is being come in internationally and from within on trafficking. So yeah, we have to come on. We got to have a little bit of chaos so that we can come in and create order. We can't just have all of y'all selling it because the pimps can't be making this money because I ain't getting a cut off of it yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why they go and there's so many other processes. But if they can't monopolize off of you just being a prostitute yourself and you breaking off some taxes, then and they don't want to legalize that because they want to be able to make some things still seem like it's a faux pas. But actuality, it's $1 billion business. So see between those lines. They really ain't doing shit.
Somebody said it's the same as you catch a weed charge in Texas, but can't blow big in front of the law in California. Nah, for real. Catch a weed charge in Texas, but can blow big in front of the law in Cali. How the fuck I catch a weed charge in Cali?
They got ice cream trucks. They got
selling weed.
They got all of that. But you know what I'm saying? They don't want that shit. Texas is like, no. Well, you can grow out here.
But they say we united.
Yeah.
No, but we supposed to be the United States.
Read between the lines.
But I could go to Cali and buy all the weed I want to smoke. But when I come to Texas, I go to jail. That's why I said this shit is crazy, bro.
Read between the lines. That's why I said if you know, you know. Your outlook on life, the society, politics, anything is completely different when you know. That's bullshit. Yeah, if you are the United States, one state gets the blow, the other ones don't. Come on. Then you know it's not a unit.
I can carry a gun in Texas. I can't carry a gun in Jersey. Like, you don't think that shit don't make a nigga be like, yo, what the fuck? Like.
So you mean if I leave Jersey and I come down to Texas, I get a gun? Yeah, what? Then I'm fucking leaving. Right.
It's crazy. Because they literally put you in a position where make you feel like, then why am I here? Like, how are we the one country? We're all United States, but here I can't do this, but here I can do that. Bro, why we don't got united laws? We don't got united laws, though.
It's called the Constitution.
Only united, no. That's because that's what the laws is supposed to be. That's why it's a fluke. That's why it's a fluke.
It's called the Constitution.
That's why it's a fluke, because we all supposed to be, the only thing we supposed to be under is the Constitution. The founding fathers created the Constitution for us to fall under the Constitution. Everybody. When the fuck did we start having all these individual laws?
Well, you do remember when that was signed, right? They were still considered territories and branching out.
But I'm just saying.
So it is outdated to how we live now. But yeah, so within that Constitution, which is your individual state has their own process and procedure.
But it wasn't supposed to be like that.
That's welcome to the New World Order.
That New World Order fucked shit up.
No. And it's been a new process all the time. So you're in 2025, so you're so far removed and you're still talking about history. In 2025, and that's where people get it messed up too. We keep trying to talk about shit that was from there in 2025. Understand that shit doesn't apply. You know what I'm saying? Besides the Constitution being upheld, a lot of the other shit we talking about doesn't apply. Oh, we had this, we had that. You live in 2025 now. You have lived through many of new world orders, and things have changed, and they supersede what used to be. Catch up. We all have to just catch up to where we are right now. There ain't nothing united about this. We all have to be governed under different laws and a totality of laws.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Why do you think we have to be all governed under different laws in different states? Why is that? Why do every state have to be governed under different laws?
Okay, so if you're asking me.
Yeah, because I don't get that.
If you're saying, okay, so if you're asking me, if I'm taking charge, right? I'm president. This is me looking from the outside, not really from inside looking out, okay? So if I got to be president, or however this goes, as far as laws are concerned, like we were discussing earlier today, there's a demographics issue. Remember, I said when you look at the United States, a lot of us are pushed into certain territories, right? And those demographics, this is why they take analytics of everything. They know what people make in these areas. They know how many children, if they're married, single, black, white, boom. I don't think that every area is conducive to the same rules sometimes, unfortunately. That's just my
no. They always take a statistic on crime for every area.
Yeah.
It's everything is already statistically based. Yeah. But my question is, why is every state have a different law pertaining for crimes everywhere you go? We are United States of America.
I just said for your demo. So basically, if I have those analytics, right, and we are a racist country, whatever.
But it's white people everywhere.
I'm not talking about that. Is it white people are going to be white people, Asians, black? We are a racist country. Racism, regardless, it's not racism is not just black and white. Okay, so prejudice. You say prejudice is racism, and if you ask about demographics, why laws may be different, it's the same reason why we get put more jail time and maybe even more often. It's because of your demographics. So they handle you accordingly. You get what I'm saying? They know who you are, where you come from, all of the abouts, what happens in these areas versus the black folks that get hemmed up in Idaho. You may not get the same shit as a black person over here in Idaho than a person over there in New York. We know our demographics and we treat these people accordingly. We don't like it. And when we see it, we be like, oh no, it's prejudice. It's injustice. This is come out to our march. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have this. Because all of it changes per your demographic. What is it? Somebody said you're a lab rat in a maze in America, and they are sitting back seeing how long it takes for you to figure it out. I believe that 100%. And a lot of people ain't gonna figure it out. They spend some people, you know, I was telling my kids, I said, I always am feeding them and overloading them with information, things that I already know, things that I've learned, and telling them about the things I want to know. And I'm always stuffing them with information. But I try to explain to them that this is all a game. You have to be able to recognize what we've been sitting here talking about spirituality and highs and lows and idea and, you know, decisions people make. Mastering life the best way you can is all that you can do, because this is all a configuration. It's a system. And understand, a lot of these systems have to be put in play, you know, in order for society to sustain. But, you know, a lot of things get convoluted in the process. But in all honesty, when I took a philosophy class, and we used to talk about this all the time, classifications of people. And in philosophy, you know, they use it as like, you know, as bronze all the way up to like gold, right? Mm-hmm. And gold was representing like the rich, and the bronze. What happens when the bronze wants to move into the gold? What happens when, you know, say the gold loses everything and they end up in the bronze, or things like that. Society as a whole is a system. You know what I'm saying? We sometimes don't know where we fit within the system. And sometimes we're not even educated enough to even know about the system. So you don't know when you're being played. You don't know how to live within the system that you're already within. And you don't know how to get out. So when you start realizing things and educating yourself about more different.
Well, they say you in the system as soon as you're born.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a system automatically. People don't realize that they're in a system. Like when you think 9 to 5, you think that's just the work hours. You think that right. So that's what I'm saying. You're part of the system. You get up, right? So everybody has the same system. Those that are functional, right? Everybody gets up in the morning. Kids get up to school because they have to be there by a certain time. You get up, get yourself together. You have to be at work by a certain time. You take lunch by a certain time. So do the kids, right? Everybody gets out at a certain time. But before you, all of you are rushing to work at the same time. Then at the end of your work time, everybody's doing the same thing. Then you have to pay bills into a system. You have to live into a system. But
that's why I said it starts when you're born, because the first system they start to do is take your fingerprint, your footprint.
Right, but that's already to induct you into the system.
That's
the system already exists.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Right. I'm just saying that's where it starts, the beginning. The beginning is
right. But remember, once upon a time that didn't exist. Okay. All you had was the census, right? So what they would do.
Hold on, let me say what I'm saying. You're right. Let me get my thought process out. You're right. But that's why they say the first start with the footprint, right? But that's why a lot of people that want to be sovereign citizens, the people that don't want to be a part of the system, they don't start from the beginning. Because the before you can even say, I don't want to be part of the system, you have to start from the beginning. You understand? And hold on, somebody calling. Hold on. And the beginning is when you're born. No, yeah, I'm talking. The beginning, huh? That's not this number. The beginning is when you're born. You understand? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that the system starts when you have a footprint. It starts when you sign that paper and you allow them to give you a name. Because when you give the corporation to give you a name, that means you are signing over a title. Because what title do the corporation give you? A birth certificate. It says birth certificate title at the top. Title, it says, they make sure it says title of birth certificate. Why? Because now you are part of a corporation. Just like when you get a car, everything comes with a title of ownership, title, birth certificate, social security card, title of ownership. When you are not part of the system, you don't even go through these processes.
Right, but that was all part of constructing society. Because remember, the days of coming here off of boats and getting off and not being documented are over. Once they started creating these civilizations as a whole and building and saying, we are going to be this territory to this society to this state, that was all relevant. That means you have to know how many people are in these communities, what kinds of people. That's why they started saying black, white, male, female. Everything had to be categorized, right? Because in a society, what do you have to do? You got to feed people. And when you have feed people, you also can have sick. So you have to create hospitals. All of that information is needed in order to create a society, because we are so far beyond just living in civilizations and having births that are unknown. You know what I'm saying? We are here where money is the biggest thing. This is a financial institution. So we have to monitor all of our money. And if we're going to make money, you know what I'm saying, to build this society, we need to know how many people we have to take care of as well. It's just like your home. So when you, and a lot of people, what I'm saying is they don't even know they're caught up in the maze. Before they even take your footprint, you're already going to a doctor. Your mother, as the mother, you're already going to the doctor getting monitored by, medical care, right? So they're getting all of your information there. Now they've got your blood type. They know what type of, where you come from, all of that.
That's all the procedures at the beginning.
But that's part of this system. Our system is so intricate. It's more intricate than it was now. Because not only because back in the day, you just had to take people's word for it to say, I'm Sioux or I'm African. Now I've done so much research around the world. I'm going to take your blood type.
Before you are even born, before the baby's even born and brought into the system, they done took the blood. They know the size of the baby. They literally watch everything. They take every statistic. Why? Because you are becoming part of the system.
Right.
They want to know the body. They want to know the blood. They want to know the race. They want to know everything. The footprint. Everything. Everything is documented.
And then after the baby is born, you engage in that system because, like you said, they come and take the footprint and they ask you the baby's name.
They say, give me a name.
No, they don't. You don't say, give me a name. They ask you, what is going to be your
What you want to name you? Give me a name.
Right. And you provide
them a name.
The name. And the name that you provide, because now you're engaging in the system that some of us don't even know is existing, right? You're just thinking this is what we do, because this is how society moves, right? But this is a whole system in order for society to be productive.
You to be a part of this.
We are now taking that name, which is the tag of this baby, the blood type and all the details and the parents they belong to.
What is that? What is that name?
And giving you what?
When you give your child a name, see, this is what people don't understand. The day you give your child a name, your child becomes a company. That's what people don't name. The day you was born and they gave you a name, you became a company. The day I gave my son Keith Jr. a name, he became a company. And he's a company. Now he's able to get credit in his name. He's able to build a business in his name. You are a company under the corporation. This is what people don't know. It's bigger than the little. Some people don't understand that shit. That's why they always stay in middle class level. You see what I'm saying? And some people were able to get loans from the bank. They were able to start business accounts. They able to build. You know what I'm saying? Be in society different because you are a company. Right. So once you are, hold on, let me finish. So once you are born, you are automatically a company. Yes. It's up to you to establish that company.
Right.
Your name is part of the corporation. You are a company under the corporation. Right. You can get loans. You can get DBAs. You can get grants, anything under the corporation. And what's the corporation? United States of America.
Yes, 100%. So after you're born, they have all your name and all of that stuff. They give you a birth certificate and a number. You now are part of our society, right? Yeah. Then we tell you that you have to go into our educational institution.
To learn.
Right, and we teach you. Because remember, we learn shit not everybody reads, but a lot of what you learn is outside of the school. So the schools teach occult knowledge, right? They teach you
when you quit school, what happens?
Everything you need to know about being a citizen within the United States of America.
And when you quit school, which is the corporation, what happens?
Well, hold on. That's why they have.
I know, but we talking. What happens when you quit school and quit the corporation? What happens?
90% of the time, they're hoping you go into their prison corporation.
Exactly.
Right. So but that's what I'm getting to. So why do they monitor how kid levels or education is going in these communities? Right, because that's all part of society too. Because they're educating your child, right? They're teaching you things that they're teaching these kids. Now you have some kids that gravitate to education and they're really good and they excel and they become your doctors, your lawyers, and people that can effectively put back into society. Then there's some kids that need a whole lot of help because they said, damn, if your child's stupid, we ain't gonna get much workforce out of him unless we in McDonald's. So now we're gonna classify the little nigga.
So how many corporations?
Right. So then we're gonna classify his ass. We already know what's going on. So as these kids are moving out of this educational institution and they go out into the workforce, some go on to college and excel, some go into the workforce, and those that couldn't get together in middle school, elementary, and high school, that's why your teacher
so don't move. Give me a chance to say something. I don't want you to move so fast so I can talk to my people. My people don't move as fast as you. My people don't move as fast as you. I have to slow you down. I have to. You move fast, and fast. No, you do. Slow. No, and you're gonna say that, but everybody ain't got a private school education. No, because I'm telling you, you move fast for me, and I'm sitting here next to you.
That's your problem.
No, I'm telling you. So if I'm your husband, I'm telling you, you moving fast. I have to slow you down for my people. Everybody in my audience ain't catching shit. So when I know I have to slow you down, I'm slowing you down. Even though when you see Kimmy don't like when I slow her down. You see how she be like, if they can't catch it, they ain't catching it.
No, I'm not saying that, but that's how you finish what the hell they
because I have to slow you down. Sometimes you make a good point, and I need to stop you there at that point so you can regurgitate on that point because these niggas ain't understanding. Allow me to do that. I know what I'm doing. I'm good at what I do.
I can't move no slower.
I know what I'm doing. She won't let me do what I'm doing. And you can move slower. I'm teaching you how to move slower. Because I'm telling you, yes, you can. Because when I stop you, I need you to reiterate what you're talking about. Everybody don't understand what you're talking about. Everybody can't speak in that term. Sometimes you have to dumb it down for people. You don't like to dumb it down. I went to special ed classes. I tell you all the time, I've been in special ed. Nigga, you couldn't work with me in special ed.
Kimmy, you kind of fast and Cap is right.
No, for real. She don't want to slow the fuck down. Slow it down for us. We got some special ed people in here too. And we got some special ed people in here. Like I'm trying to do this for everybody.
Well, hold on. How fast am I moving? I can't even.
Bro, you move fast, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, you talk like a student. Slow down. I gotta let you slow down some. We all need to understand. Not just the niggas in the A class. Slow down for the niggas in the D class.
Okay.
Hey, no. You want? Well,
no.
Hold on. Let me put it in better. No, hold on. Let me put it in better language. We need to sometimes have shit repeated twice. You notice how when I be talking, I repeat shit twice?
Yes.
Okay, so there you go.
So, no, that's fine. I can slow down.
Okay, no. I repeat shit twice. Don't I repeat shit twice?
Slow down. But you have to understand how exciting this is because I don't sit around for bullshit. And all y'all have been here. Everybody has been around for the bullshit. And so it is exciting when you get to have a really, really good intellectual conversation with adults that can speak back intellectually and engage. Because you don't get that very often.
Okay, but when you make a good point, I want you to alliterate in that point. Because some people need to understand what you're talking about. You will go past that point and not understand. You just made a good point. Everybody might not catch that. Just like old girl said it in the comments. I didn't even catch that.
Y'all might not see me again this week, so I gotta say
no. You just gotta understand that when I was in the special ed class, teacher used to say stuff 3 times. Mm-hmm. Listen, kids, we're doing 3 + 2 2. Listen, kids, sometimes you gotta do that because somebody be like, oh, okay, I see what she's talking about. You be going on so fast by time you talking and the nigga still thinking about what you just said.
Nigga be blinking.
No, I'm thinking about what you just said, my nigga. I'm sitting here thinking about what you just said, and you still want something else now. I'm like, hold up, go back. Nigga, you got niggas on here trying to rewind the video.
Oh shit, shut up.
You think I'm playing? Hey, she think I'm playing, y'all. Niggas up here trying to rewind the video and shit. Like, hold up, what she just say?
Shut up.
That's why I'm trying to slow you down. Look, say real talk. Nah, for real. No, I'm telling you, because you make good points. But when you make good points, you have to elaborate on that point. Tell them what you mean. Because sometimes you might know what you mean. They don't know what you mean. You gotta dumb it down. You went to school for communication, so now you gotta make them understand. Give them a explanation of what you're talking about.
Well, it's your fault.
No, it ain't.
It's your fault. No, it's your fault because I have to ramble. I have to hurry up.
No, you don't. You ain't in a rush.
No, nigga, you just
do that on your lunch break.
No,
this ain't just, you could ramble on your lunch break, but we chilling right now. You can give them that shit.
You don't understand. It ain't understand.
No.
Look, you get ready to cut me off.
No, I know what you be talking about.
You know exactly what
bro. They know what I'm talking about.
You don't let anybody talk. So if you don't get that shit out, you liable to get cut off and forget what the hell you
No,
saying.
you be saying.
No,
I ain't about to dump you.
Let me hold on. Let me land.
You know what you say? You say catch up.
You like shit.
You be like catch up.
Slow down. Hold on. You just wait. I'll get back to you because some of you niggas had to come back after class. So let's not.
That's what you be saying.
Right, yes, I'll see you after class.
See, you're not good with the special ed kids. That's what I be telling you.
Tell your mama you gotta stay.
So keep it real. Just keep it real.
I'll be back.
So keep it real. You're not good with the special ed kids.
I can't. No, I can't.
That's how. Just keep it real. I'm trying to get you.
Let me tell you, to keep it really honest with y'all, you lucky I don't have a whiteboard up here because I'd be drawing on the fucking board.
Look, they say we gotta break it down and dissect it a little bit. Dissect it sometimes a little bit. I'm telling you, she not good with us.
I'm telling you,
she be like, nigga, catch up. I be like, damn, who made her my teacher?
No, I'll get the book. I'm telling you,
you can't teach us.
My channel. This is my child. I'd be back here like this. I got whole graphs so that you can see what the hell I'm talking about. I give you analogies. I can teach some shit. Don't play me. I can teach some shit. But yeah. I'll slow it down.
I just want you to go dissect it. But I get what you're saying. No, it's fucked up. But like niggas, like niggas said, man, it's all fucked up how these niggas, the thought process and the ideology of most of these people is crazy. Because I could imagine, like I said, how Mo3 ideology was. Nigga, I know my ideology and my mother Christian, my dad Muslim. So imagine having 3 different ideologies: Moorish American, Muslim, and Christian. And you in the street, and you a Gemini. Nigga, that nigga probably ain't know who he was.
Right, come on.
My nigga, you going in all different type of directions.
Navigation.
Then I'm pretty sure Miss Nicole was trying to pull him this way.
Mm-hmm.
And Osama saying, nigga, man, if you don't get your ass over here, nigga.
We got shit to handle out here. Yeah, but that's how it be. That's exactly how it be. It'd be a natural fight within.
That's why I said them demons, nigga. Them demons, they'll kill you. That's why I said if you don't move away, that's the first thing. Well, if you fighting demons, the first thing you gotta do is move from your environment. First thing you gotta do, you gotta move from your environment.
Right, you gotta move.
You can't, bro. NBA YoungBoy be there right now if he didn't move from his environment.
What?
And I don't and I don't like the way he just went back.
It's crazy. After all of that you did to keep your.
That's how I know that the feds is working with him. Because why would you go back to that same area with $1 million doing what you doing, man? Fuck out of here, man. You can't play that game. You can't play that game. That's why I said the demons will fuck with you. And if you a smart nigga, you don't play with God, man. You don't play with God. Do what you do. But, bro, that's why I say most of these niggas that's in this gangster rap shit and got rap beef, they don't live long.
No. And they be playing with the energy.
They
engage. You know what I'm saying? They gravitate right to it and they engage. And then it's a wrap. Like I said, once you in it, you in it. It's not nobody can say.
Because guess what you got to do? You got to live up to a certain persona. And if you don't live up to that persona, nigga, then you fuck. The worst thing you could do is be a rapper, start a persona, and then don't live up to it. Nigga, that's everything. That's your whole character. That's like telling Charleston White to stop doing what he doing right now. And Charleston White just turned into a whole good boy and say, I'm not talking about people no more, and I'm just doing. Niggas gonna look at that nigga totally different.
Same love financially? No,
hell
because
no.
we thrive off of
Will niggas still interview him? Would niggas still interview Charleston White if he wasn't talking shit? If Charleston White said, I'm not doing no talking shit no more, and I'm just went straight political and talking just politics and helping my city, and I'm running for mayor. Let's say Charleston White said, I'm running for mayor for Fort Worth, right? I'm running for mayor for Fort Worth. I'm just sticking straight politics and talking straight politics. You think people still gonna interview him?
No, were they interviewing him when he was doing it? He told you on his interviews himself. When I was out here trying to get food for the kids and sneakers and stuff like that, niggas wasn't with it. But you out here talking and cussing on people's mamas and children and doing all this shit, and you niggas love it. And you pay me to do it. You want to hear me say fuck your favorite rapper. So we like that.
So ain't that what we talking about? Right? That devil? Ain't that what we talking about?
Exactly what we talking about.
Ain't that playing with the devil? Exactly. The devil can get you. When you playing with the devil, he's doing everything to talk shit about everybody. He getting the glitz, the glamour, and the love.
He giving you what y'all want.
Same thing Mo3 was getting, the glitz and the glamour and the love, right?
What
is the difference? What is the difference? What is the difference what Charleston White is doing from what Mo3 is doing?
What is the difference? Nothing.
Nothing. Charleston White killing niggas with his words.
Right.
See, if anything, Charleston White killing niggas more than Mo3 because he killing niggas with his words.
Right. He hit them in the heart.
He
talking about kids.
Mo3 was killing niggas with bullets. Charleston White is killing niggas with words.
Right. And you would think with what he's saying, people be at that. No. Ain't nobody got the heart to do that. Why? Because it hits niggas' hearts for real. You get to saying shit because remember, these entertainers expose their life. We get to see it firsthand. We see all the stuff they post. We get to know about the mamas, the families, the children, all of that stuff. It's exposed to us. So when we get to critique that shit and speak it to the masses on a bigger platform, it hurt these niggas. That's why they're like, you better not come to the city, nigga. If you really wanted me, you would come get me.
I always look at people crazy when they say you better not come to my city because
what the fuck do you want?
If you really want me, I shouldn't have to come to you.
Right, and you don't get on fucking social media.
And most niggas that want you ain't gonna tell you they coming.
And that's just the truth. And I don't want to hear that shit. Well,
I never knew a nigga that tell you they come for you.
No, there's organizations, criminal organizations now that are not on there telling each other their plans and when I'm gonna come hit you and in what city you gonna get. That's not how this works. So when you see it, understand and do not be fooled. It is just entertainment. You have a few crashers out, but they was already insane from the jump. So know who you're playing with. At the end of the day, you are talking and hitting these people emotionally, and that's really all that there's going to get. Some emotional outbreak back on social media.
Man, this shit crazy, man. We about to get up out of here, though, man. We about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for fucking with us. We've been on this bitch for